Peace to everyone. Welcome to the channel. Today we are exploring a challenging question. Should a religious body restrict its followers from reading other scriptures or asking questions? Some suggest this is to protect faith, while others fear it hides the truth. We will look at the Old and New Testaments to see if God encourages the pursuit of knowledge or demands blind adherence. The Bible rarely warns against knowing too much. Rather, it warns against knowing too little. In Hosea, destruction isn't caused by forbidden info, but by a rejection of knowledge. If God is truth, then truth has nothing to fear from a question. Though found in the New Testament, the Bereans were commended for testing New Testament claims against the Old Testament. They didn't take the Apostle Paul's word blindly. They used their intellect to verify. Gideon is a fascinating case. When told he would save Israel, he didn't just nod and follow. He asked for signs, twice. He even said, "Do not be angry with me. Let me make just one more test." God didn't reject Gideon for his doubt. He met him in his need for certainty. God understands that sometimes our faith needs a firm foundation of evidence to stand on. Habakkuk is unique because the entire book is a dialogue between a questioning man and God. He asks, "How long, Lord, must I call for help, but you do not listen?" He was frustrated by the silence of God. God's response wasn't to silence the prophet, but to tell him to write down the vision so others could read it. God honors the watchtower moments where we wait honestly for an answer. Think of Abraham questioning God's justice regarding Sodom, or Job's raw, agonizing questions. God did not strike them down for asking why or how. In fact, he showed up to answer Job, honoring the sincerity of the struggle over the shallow right answers of Job's friends. God invites humanity into a reasoning process. The Hebrew word, yaka, implies a legal argument or a rational discussion. God appeals to the human mind, not just the emotions. We often call him Doubting Thomas as a slur, but look at how Jesus treated him. Thomas wasn't present when the others saw the risen Christ. He didn't want a second-hand faith. He wanted to see for himself. When Jesus appeared, he didn't exile Thomas for his skepticism. Instead, he offered his hands and side, saying, "Put your finger here." Jesus met Thomas's intellectual and physical requirement for proof, leading to the most profound confession in the Gospels, "My Lord and my God." Jesus was constantly questioned. While he rebuked the motives of those trying to trap him, he never told the sincere seekers to stop asking. Think of Nicodemus coming at night. Jesus didn't say, "Just believe." He explained the how and why of the Spirit. He invited the curious into a deeper level of understanding. This is a crucial command from the Apostle Paul. How can you test everything if you are only allowed to read one source? To hold fast to what is good, you must have the liberty to discern it from what is false. Faith that is never tested is a faith that cannot be trusted. Loving God with your mind. The greatest commandment includes loving God with all your mind. This requires active engagement, study, and the processing of information, not the shutting down of the intellect. God gave us a brain to be an engine for faith, not a hurdle to it. There is a fine line between spiritual guidance and spiritual control. Healthy guidance points you to the source, the Word, and encourages you to grow. Control points you to a human leader or a specific organization as the only source of truth. If a group tells you that reading other materials will infect your mind, they are not protecting your faith. They are protecting their own monopoly on your thoughts. Truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. Let it loose. It will defend itself. Thank you for watching. It is all about Jesus.